So today I'm going to share with you my absolute top secret garnish that you put on anything, you would definitely finish your entire meal. So watch along and you'll discover what it is. It's actually something really simple. The secret, I guess, is spring onion. Loads of spring onions. Oh, what's that? Okay, sorry for the distraction. This is what happens when the kids come home early from school. So you put the garlic in together with the spring onions, and we're gonna start adding our sauce to this. So sesame seeds, a bit of salt, sesame oil, soy sauce, balance that out with a bit of mirin. Basically, we just give this a good mix. So here I've got pork chop, so I'm using pork loin. I use basically a thinner cut of pork loin. If you can't find that, you get a thicker cut, you just pound it and have it flattened. So I've gone ahead to marinate this. I'll share the marinade in the description, but essentially this has been set in the fridge for more than an hour. So now we add in our pork. Always remember to place this down away from you. Okay, once you place that down, just leave it for a bit. So because this is a very thin cut, it's actually gonna not take long, and then we can flip it over. We're gonna add our garnish on the top. Right, so we're gonna actually then cover this for just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so that's been about 1 minute. Right, so I'm gonna fish out basically each pork chop first. So all this in here, what we're gonna do, I actually already prepared some instant noodles, so something quick. And I'm gonna put them in here. So remember I had quite a bit of the spring onion garnish. So as I said, this is the magic. It goes on anything, and just mix this around. I'm gonna take one of my pork and I'm just gonna slice it. And then we're just gonna slide this over the top of the noodles. Then I'm gonna just do one more simple one, which is obviously with rice. You take a slice of your pork, we're just gonna slide this over. And we're just gonna top it off with a sunny side up egg. There you have it. Two different ways, I guess, to serve this. The key is really the spring onions, garlic, and all that garnish topping slash sauce. That was literally an explosion of flavors in my mouth. You know, you've got all the seasoning for the pork already. The pork is super tender, and then you sort of get the garlic, obviously, but it's not too strong because you sort of steamed it earlier for a minute or so. And again, very versatile. So as I said, you can have the pork chop stand on its own, or actually you can just have the spring onion, garlic, topping sauce, whatever, with your noodles. Fried egg, that works for me any day of the week. Or you could have it with rice, you know, something more substantial, again with your sunny side up egg and the pork chop on the side. So give this a try, guys. As I said, you know, this topping has now been I batch make it, right? And you know, when I go for my long runs, I come back and you know it's lunchtime and I don't want to wait for food delivery. I just take this out and I make instant noodles and I pour it over and I just gobble everything up. So please give this a try, and as usual, thank you so much for all your support, and do like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.